Thank you. Joining me today is Chief Wayne Sparrow from the Musqueam First Nation. Chief Sparrow, can you tell us about the developments with the 2030 bid for the Olympics?
Well, very disappointing. We just found out, we found out 2 days ago that the province was considering not supporting the four host nations-led 2030 Olympic bid. And we asked Minister Bear to hold off on that announcement until we had the appropriate people in the room to hear our concerns. There was a meeting scheduled for Friday, and then lo and behold, today they made the announcement anyway at 11 o'clock saying that they're not going to be in support at this time.
Did they give any reason why they're not going to be in support when there is such a groundswell of support from all First Nations here on the Lower Mainland?
I think we hear some of the concerns that they do have. They're talking about the opioid crisis that are here in the Lower Mainland, housing issues that are there, but a big part of the housing issue was working with the nations on affordable housing as part of the bid, so we were kind of confused with that kind of approach, but they just they had different priorities, I guess, than hosting the Olympics, and we're looking at different things. With a new leader and the Premier coming in, that's what we got out of the meeting.
Chief, can you tell us about the benefits for First Nations and in fact all British Columbians if that 2030 bid is successful?
Well, it would have been huge for all of us, reconciliation, to me is only a word until the actions start following behind it, but it would have been a perfect opportunity to not only just in BC and in Canada, but for the whole world to see that taking a step forward from 2010, that not only we got invited to the Olympics as kind of an afterthought, and then to be leading and being able to host for the whole world to see would have been exciting, not just for the four host nations, but all First Nations across this country.
Is this the end of the road now for the bid for the four host First Nations here?
I would have to say we're going to have some discussion, but we're going to also talk to the federal government, and hopefully it's not. I'm hoping that the way the provincial government announced with the World Cup, FIFA, that they weren't in support and then came back, but the timelines are very short. For the IOC, it has to be in by the end of November, so only time will tell.
Chief Sparrow, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Back to you in studio.